always wanted to know how you can use elderberries, fennel seeds, and garlic, you've come to the right place, because I love herbs and I love cursive writing. So I'm combining those things together today. Let me introduce you to the herbs. I'm just going to show them to you briefly right now, and then I'll go into a little more detail later in this video. So first of all, let's see, we're going to start with E. So here's the elderberries. Let me show them to you. Can you see those? They're all hard and dried up. These are nice organic elderberries. Let's see. And then here's the fennel seeds. Those two. And garlic. Here's a garlic clove. Here's the whole garlic bulb. Most everybody is going to be familiar with garlic, and many people would be familiar with the fennel seed. The elderberries, on the other hand, are something that I have to go buy at a health food store. So I mean, we have them growing around here. It would be Sambucus canadensis would be the variety in this northern climate. Sambucus nigra, Sambucus canadensis, those are both varieties of the elderberry that you can use. This one I got, like I said, through the health food store, but I'm also going to put a link in the description box below to an herbal online store that has a really good selection. I'll try to find a couple of links to put in there, so I'm not just highlighting one. Elderberries, Sambucus nigra or canadensis. Elderberries in particular are known for their antiviral, anti-inflammatory, antioxidant, and immune stimulant properties, and they're very popularly used in syrups that are used for coughs and colds, influenza type symptoms that can actually be bought over the counter. You can make these at home pretty easily, so it's said, and I'm going to try my hand at it, although I don't have quite enough elderberries to make it exactly the way I'd like, but I'll show you how it goes. Fennel seeds, Feniculum vulgare. Okay, a little mishap with spelling here, but overall, let me just say, fennel seeds are excellent for your digestive system. Fennel seeds are used after dinner to help digestion, and also in aperitifs, before dinner cordials, to sort of stimulate the appetite as well. I'm going to do just a little bit of a fennel tea, a decoction, and give that a try. I like fennel. If you don't like the flavor of anise or licorice type flavor, then you would not appreciate these. But if you do, then you might really like it. Garlic, Allium sativum. Garlic, like elder, is sort of its own little medicine chest. It's anti-inflammatory, antimicrobial, it's a cholagogue, diaphoretic, diuretic, expectorant, hypolipidemic, and hypotensive. Probably you've heard of people using garlic to lower their blood pressure, and also people use it when they have a cold. For this use, you want to start early and maybe mix it with some honey, chop it up raw and mix it with some honey. You can also make it into a tea. I used to give it to my children in a spoonful of honey when they were old enough, over 1 year old, to have the honey. And there are some warnings that go along with the use of garlic, especially if you're using blood thinners or if you are pregnant or lactating. So always be careful. Again, any of the information I'm giving you is what I have learned and referenced, but you need to always check on your own. And garlic, raw and eaten with cheese, is wonderful. I'm going to start some water on the stove for my elderberries. So this was less than half a gram of dried organic elderberries. This is just a little decoction I'm making for myself and for the sake of this video. I have to say, what I paid for these, I think the price per pound at the health food store was $31.99 a pound for these elderberries, which is pretty steep. So if you can collect your own elderberries, if you grow your own elderberries, that would be a plus. So this is my favorite way to eat garlic. When I first moved to Maine with my husband and my older son, and I was pregnant with my second child, we met a man by the name of Matthew Heinz, who called himself for a while the Northwoods Balladeer. And he introduced us one very cold wintry night to this snack in the cabin where he was staying. All you need is some cheddar cheese. I suppose you could use any kind of cheese you like. And this. I can tell you it won't put hair on your chest. That's a good thing. But it sure is delicious. And you'll know you had it. And so will everyone else who comes around you for the next 24 hours. So, what I say is, when you're going to have some yummy raw garlic, what you need to make sure you do is invite others to have it with you. Crackers or bread, cheddar cheese, raw garlic, and your favorite hot sauce. Cheers! See, I really eat it. This has been on the stove for about, I think about 10 minutes now, but it hasn't really come to a boil yet, so I need to add more wood to my stove and get this a little more heated. But look how dark it is already. Ooh, can't wait to try it. And some fresh spring water to start a fennel seed decoction. There's the fennel seed. So this is what the fennel decoction looks like. You can see how it's come down from that level. The water is at least reduced in half. And so now I'm just going to strain this through. And try to make sure I get it in the cup. That would be excellent. It's pretty dark. Look at that. Ooh. I can tell you it smells so nice. It has a very licoricey smell, licorice and anisette smell. And the fennel seeds, I think one of the reasons they use them in so many desserts and also as an aperitif, is that right? Aperitif? Like a liqueur, is because of the properties it has, the carminative properties that help you to digest your food. Yeah, so that your tummy feels good after you've had a nice, delicious meal. So this is still pretty hot. I don't know if you can see I think you can see the steam there. So I'm going to let this cool off till it's just about room temperature before I add the honey. And the ratios in the recipe that I've seen for syrup is half the amount of the liquid. So since this is a half a cup, then half of that is a quarter of a cup. So about 1/4 of a cup or a little bit more of honey I can add to this, and that will help to preserve it. That'll be the preservative. So now that this is cooled off and it's warm, but it's not hot at all. I know that I have about 4 ounces. I'm going to add another 2 ounces, and this is honey I'm adding. And I might add, I think, a little bit more. Yeah. Look at that. Can you see the honey on the bottom? And now I will stir it up. I love the color of this. It's really beautiful. And there we have it. There's my elderberry syrup. And I'm going to go ahead and store that in the refrigerator. But you know I have to try it first, don't I? Yes, I do. Okay, trying the elderberry syrup. It mostly tastes like honey, and that's probably because the decoction of elderberries is just not as strong as it should be. However, honey tastes great. So purplish brown honey water, it's okay.